I am here, maybe. It says I am live now. Okay. Hello. Welcome again. Lex, hello. How are you? I'm gonna give him the same color shirt as his eyes. Wait, can you guys still not hear and or see me? Did I tell you to refresh in the chat? Refresh. Refresh. Oh. Oh, okay. I was typing, but I guess you can see me now. Hello. Talk about how you are later. Oh no. That doesn't sound great, so I'm sorry to hear that. That was so weird though. The stream ended like right when a chime happened in the song, so I thought it was like something in the song, but then it was like, hey, you're offline. I was like, oh, jeez. That's gonna make a YouTube thing more annoying later. That's like my only concern now when I stream and it goes out like that. It's just like, oh man, YouTube's gonna have to have like a weird 2-part situation or something. So just upload the stream directly to YouTube. Because I don't have space on my computer to download it and edit it and stuff like that. I mean, I probably could, but I don't want to like delete a ton of things on my hard drive yet. I've been like putting off upgrading my laptop. I probably need to upgrade it before I do my iPad, unfortunately. I don't really want to wait though, because I want a new iPad. But I was waiting to upgrade either of those things because it is September and Apple usually talks about stuff in September. And I just got an email yesterday from them that was like, hey, we're going to talk about stuff next Tuesday. So after that, I will know what I should and should not upgrade. Which is kind of neat. I'm not usually like terribly excited for Apple events, but now that I know that I'm possibly going to upgrade something, hopefully maybe at some point, I'm like, yeah, tell me all about it. Cecil is in fact ballin'. He do be getting his head in the game. Get your head in the game. Etc. Shooting some b-ball outside of the school with a couple of guys who were up to no good, etc. What color should his pants be? Let's try this color and see what that looks like. Let me turn this boy back on, actually, first. It's pretty okay. Pretty okay colors, this one. I forgot a line there, but I can just separate it with color and it'll be fine. No one will care. And since it's a clipping mask, I don't necessarily need to follow both legs. It can just be one big shape. Like that. pretty good. Pretty okay, I think. Let's do details. I didn't do this for tank yet either, so I'll have to go back and do that in a moment. Probably a little darker there. Blur that a little, like that. And some redness. Not a ton of it though. Cecil is the couple of guys. It's true. It's fine. Yeah, I have the time. I may as well do some shadows and stuff. Why not? Why not? Just to multiply. Since it's on multiply and it's not like drastically darkening my lines, I'm just gonna leave it up here above all my lines and stuff. Be kind of loose with these because there's a lot of shadow happening, I guess, is what I was gonna say. Basically, this whole deal is gonna be in some shadow. Some shadows. Where this would get tricky is if I wanted to also do highlights, because the highlights would stand out above the line, which is not what I want. But since it's all just shadows and they're darker, kind of blend in with the line a little more. So I don't have to worry about putting all of my shadows on top of these outlines and having it look strange. Jack Raiden, hello. I do have time today, Lex, it's true. A semi-non-violent resolution to the conflict. Just trying to keep the peace. I can respect that. Oh no, I thought that shape was closed. Something about getting to do like shadows and things in a very loose way like this is very like fun. Because sometimes I'm like very meticulous about where they're gonna go and what sort of lines they're gonna follow, but since I started this kind of loose, I can be a little loose with the shadows as well. So I'm kind of filling them in the way that I would if it was like a brush that I was using, like an actual paintbrush, or if it was like markers where no matter how meticulous I try to be, they're not going to line up correctly with the lines anyway, so it's best to just be a little more loose. So I'm just kind of putting in like big blocky shapes as opposed to like actually trying to follow any sort of like contour lines or anything like that. So the result are these like big graphical sort of shadow shapes, which are fun to make. This is usually like where I start with shadows if I do something more complicated, is that I kind of just fill in a general shape first and then go from there. Whole thing is going to be in shadow, I guess, this whole foot. But like I mentioned earlier, I kind of, especially on Cecil here, did the line art in such a way that it could kind of carry these shadow shapes a little bit for me, so I didn't have to worry as much about doing any sort of values in the first place. Like even if I didn't do this, you would still be able to tell like, oh, there's like a shadow here or whatever, like a shadow like here, you know. Because of how the lines vary in thickness. Oh, stretch time already. This is what alarms are for. Time to stretch. Ugh. We're back. A Dinosaur's Tale. I haven't thought about that movie in a long time. Part of me wants to watch it now that I've talked about it, but part of me also feels like it's not going to be something that holds up very well. I feel like everybody's probably a little extra nostalgic right now because of Steve from Blue's Clues popping on Twitter. I feel like everybody's been talking about that a whole week and will continue to talk about it for the rest of the week. It was a delight though, to be fair, so like I get it. He seems like a genuinely nice dude. Or at least from what I remember about like why he left and stuff. Too old for Blue's Clues when it was on. I mean, it is still on. They just have like a third guy now who is not Steve, from what I understand. but I stopped watching before Steve left, so I get it. I didn't really see the whole send-off to get extra emotional about it. Oops. Loving it as a super young child. Yeah. This may come as a surprise to no one, but my favorite part was when he would draw stuff. I always thought it was really cool. He'd be like, okay, yeah, let's draw this chair or whatever. And it's like, oh, you could just do that? Whoa. Crazy. Looking back now, it's probably not like the most detailed drawings in the world, but at the time it was like mind-blowing. I'd be like, it looks just like a chair. Whoa. How he do that? I guess that's fine. The main concern that I'm having when doing these sort of shapes is A, making sure that the shapes kind of end appropriately. What I mean by that is I don't want any like super thin pointy edges like this. Excuse me, but I don't also want like big round edges either. I can avoid it. Good enough. Good enough also. I should have done the shadow on the ball before. I'm gonna have to do it now. What am I doing? Multiply at 31. And it was a motion blur. I don't remember exactly how far this went, so there's fine. Make it a little bit darker though. Would push people's boundaries, yes. That is his primary way of messing with Jesse. I think that's about all I want to do for this one. I could probably do more, but I don't really want to, so I won't. No, not a gradient map. We want to blur it first. So what I'm going to do now is just sort of subtly mess with colors a little bit. to kind of unify everything a little bit more. Let's try like overlay for this maybe. Oops. That's a little better. Gotta move to the side so I can see what I'm actually doing here. I think that's probably fine. See how like dramatic of a difference that is. Wow, look at how crazy different. He is in the same age group, yes. I would say he and him and I think Junior might be the same age. Again, I don't really have any ages defined for them, especially. Like in the same way I don't really have a height or weight defined for any of them. They're all just sort of relative to one another. But as far as ages go, Junior is like younger than Kai, but older than Tank still. The youngest one is probably Roz, maybe Jesse actually, but not by like a ton. Jesse and Tank are like relatively close in age. What am I doing? Oh yeah. It's gradient map time. So I have to put everything in a group and flatten it down. And now we're gonna press some buttons that like magically make this look good. Or not as bad, I guess I should say. That's cool. Let's go with that for that. And let's put an overlay layer on it a little. That's neat. So compared to the original, that's actually too bright. I'm gonna turn that down some. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna bring in this color. It's not what I wanted, but whatever. Set this to like overlay. And I'll set one to like normal maybe? No. That flattens it in a way that I don't really want it to go. Yeah, so the lights are a little bit more dramatic this way. Not like by a ton, but it's noticeable enough. What I've been doing lately has been, once I do all the gradient maps, I'll come in and sort of put the original layer on top of it, but like turn the opacity way down to just kind of get me back to a little closer to where I was. But still let all those other ones kind of shine through. Generally though, I only do this if it's like not something that is going to change my palette too much, if that makes sense. Like if I already kind of start with like a palette in mind and these gradient maps kind of change that too much, then I'll put the original back on top. I'm gonna put my name right here. I hesitated because I didn't like that K. I was thinking about it. Put it on add and turn it down. Yeah. Yeah. Good enough, I guess. So now I have to wait for all these to duplicate, because it's a lot of layers. Latin. And our last little finishing touch here. Get rid of one little layer. Make sure that's turned off. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me this time, I think. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. It was nice to chat with y'all while drawing again. It's been a minute. Let me check and see if there are people on now. And while that happens, we can watch the time-lapse replay together. Isn't that fun? Silver. Whoa. A whole year, wow. You're too kind. But yeah, so I guess that'll be it for me for this one. That's gonna be the end of this one that we're doing now. So in theory, I'll be back on Monday, but who can say, honestly? Sometimes I just don't be feeling like it, you know? But if I stream again soon, it should be Monday or at least like next Wednesday. So keep an eye on the socials, I guess, to see what happens there. What an interesting song to come on as I'm doing an outro that I still don't fully know how to do. I'm gonna skip this because it's like a lot that's happening. Oh wait, I just realized I didn't have the songs on screen. I usually do. I knew I was forgetting something with my layout. Oh well, I'll have it for next time, I guess. But yeah, so I will see you guys in the next one, whenever that happens to be. Hopefully it will be end every stream with a parable. I don't know that many parables though. Should I like pull up, should I Google parables right now? Let's Google a parable. And then I will end with that. Homework for next time. No, we're doing it now. It's happening now. Parable examples. Oh, okay. The Boy Who Cried Wolf, I guess, is one. So there was this kid who, like, thought it was a sick prank to be like, yo, check it, there's a wolf out there. Everybody panic for your lives and your livestock or whatever. And everybody would be like, oh, snap. There's a wolf out there. Oh, God. Oh, no. And then he'd be like, just kidding. April Fools. Ha, ha, ha. You fell for it. You got pranked. And they were like, oh, man, you got us. Way to go, kid. And he was like, oh, man, that was funny. I'm going to do it again. Oh, no, look, everybody. Another wolf is here. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. There's a wolf and it's attacking. And they were like, oh, my God. No way. He was like, haha, sick prank. I got you again. And they were like, okay, that was funny the first time, but not so much this time. You stressed us out real bad. Stop it. So he was like, you know what? They said to stop it, but it was still really funny. So I'm doing it again. But then he actually sees a wolf this time. And it's like attacking him for real. And he's like, oh no. Guys, help. There's an actual wolf this time. I swear it's for real. It's happening. Sound the alarm. It's occurring for real this time. And they were like, no, idiot. We're not going to fall for it again. Dummy. and then he like gets eaten by a wolf or something because no one comes to help him because, you know, there were like too many false alarms. And so that's the parable of the boy who cried wolf, I guess. Don't sound false alarms, because when it's a real alarm, people will think that you're pranking them, I guess. That was me just doing that from memory, so I guess it is sort of a memorable parable or something. So there's that. I guess that's the end of the stream now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Farewell. And I guess you can find this drawing and other drawings on socials and stuff, so, you know, hit me up over there if you want to, I don't know, talk about drawings and stuff, I guess. Okay, bye.